thought I heard a siren out here, so I was about to go live, and then I turned my fan off, and then there was thunder at that moment. I thought I heard a siren out here, though. I don't hear one, though. Maybe I didn't hear one, I don't know. But there's definitely sync thunder. Just a second ago, there's sync thunder. There's somebody running out as cars drive out in a verse, and there's somebody else walking out behind the person running out. And they're getting in a white car, and then the person that ran out is getting in another white car. And there's people walking behind the white car as it starts. And I think the thunder was at the same time as it. And the white SUV is taking off. And like I'll keep walking up to my window and I'll see, and the white SUV stops in front of the other white car as it takes off and just stops there for what, I don't know. It just stopped there, and then the white car drove in front of the intersection as a mail van drove through it. But like I'll keep walking up to and there's another white car parking behind the white SUV. And there's another car starting behind that car as they get out of it. The white car that parked. And the white SUV is still sitting there, and there's thunder as they open this white car door and get in. This other car behind the white car is taking off at the same time. And there's thunder at the same time. And then the guy finally got out of the white SUV as two cars drove behind it. Yeah, sync thunder out here. Every time there's a thunderstorm, sync thunder. Yeah, a bug just flew in my window, synced in my face, and there's a bunch of cars synced. Yesterday I heard people like stomping in the hallway or something. It was like somebody was walking by synced, but they weren't actually walking by though. I just hear like footsteps. It was like they were stomping synced or something. People just walk by in the hallway all day, periodically throughout the day. Like if I'm in my apartment all day. Just be people walking by a bunch of times throughout the day, synced. Oh, there's been planes flying over synced a bunch of times today. Like as I go to the bathroom, like every time I go to the bathroom, or like right when I come out of the bathroom, or right when I go into the bathroom, or whatever, or right when I do something. I forget what else I was doing. It's like right when I do something, there's a plane flying over. Kept happening like 10 times a day at least. Like every time I go to the bathroom, pretty much. And like the one time I was like, I come out of the bathroom and then I walk over to the kitchen and I wash my hands. And then at that moment there was a plane flying over. I just saw a bunch of sync cars and sync thunder again. I think I saw a sync lightning flash earlier a minute ago. I see the black and silver cars now, and they're synced again, as always. And I see more black and silver cars with the black and silver cars. And I saw a whitey in the mix with the black and silver cars. You just always gotta throw a whitey in somewhere. I think that thunder is synced with the cars on the street. Like synced as I walk across the intersections and shit. My refrigerator just click synced, you can probably hear it. I mean, you can't see the sync, but you can probably hear it click though. See ya. There's a bug flying in my face right now as a car is parking in the parking lot, and there's people getting out of a car. At the same time, I think. She's carrying a baby, or a small child or something. I think she's carrying a child synced. I think a light on a building just turned on synced with cars on the street. Which is ridiculous because the intersection is over here and the light's over here. Like, but I think that just happened though. And I think this lightning flash was synced right now with the cars driving by. There's a bug flying in my face again. Is he synced? And then when I walk up, I see this red car in the parking lot that was sinking when I walked up, and then he's sinking again right now with other cars. And then there's other cars sinking and a bird chirping synced with them. I don't see the bird though. Where's the bird at? He's gonna fly over my head. And chirp at the exact same time. There's this red car creeping through the parking lot right now and he's sinking as he drives in front of the intersection. This car's driving through it. And he's just creeping across the parking lot really slowly. And then it's backing up now. It's gonna park synced. It's probably synced with this thunder. Is it gonna drive out of the parking lot? It's driving out of the parking lot, I think. There's like wide open parking spots over here too. Like, well, they don't know how to park. It was like they couldn't find a parking spot to fit in and they just drove off. There's like a bunch of parking spots out here though. They're like wide open. Like 2 spaces and shit. Like 2 parking spaces next to each other and shit. Like, what the fuck? Why did they just leave? Anyway, there's other car taking off out of the parking lot synced, and a bunch of other cars on the street synced, and my water heater's turning on synced. And then there's thunder as a one light whitey is driving through the intersection. And then there's thunder when the one light whitey gets to the other side and meets a state trooper truck, I think. I think it was a cop truck. It was some type of whitey truck that met the other one light whitey as thunder went off. And then there's a car unlocking a red car as another red car drives by, and they're getting out of the red car with a blue shirt on. And ta-da! Fucking idiocracy, stocktard Olympics out here. Ta-da! I think this thunder is synced again with the cars driving by, and a bunch of them are synced to each other right now. Yep, I think the thunder was synced with the first cars driving by and the burst of stock formations. And then there's a car driving through the parking lot as another car is like turning in the background behind it in the distance. And then there's a guy with a red shirt getting in a car as that car drives behind his car, I think, or something. And he synced it with whatever, 100 cars all at once or whatever he synced it with. I saw a bunch of things happening when he got in his car with his red shirt on. I think it's a blue car, and he got a red shirt. Yeah, it's a blue car. And then there's a silver car. There's a silver car backing up, and there's a bunch of other silver cars driving by behind him as he does that. He's taking off out of the parking lot. And then there's a white truck taking off out of the parking lot. And then there's a white SUV driving out behind it that looks synced as fuck with it. And then there's a guy walking out of the building at the same time as they sync with each other. And then the bird chirping was synced and the engine sound was synced. And then there's a guy walking up with a red shirt that got out of a car synced, I think, or some shit. And there's thunder that sounds synced again. And ta-da! The red car, or the blue car with the red shirt is backing up as the red car is driving behind it. And also the other stalker is getting in a car behind him. And then there's another red truck as he stops backing up behind him. And there's another blue car behind him as he starts to drive forward. In his blue car with his red shirt. And then there's this thunder that started when he drove off, I think. And then this guy probably walked by me simultaneous with the blue car with the red shirt. He's walking the opposite way, and then he looks like he's synced with these cars on the street too, behind him, and sync. Ta-da! But he don't have a red shirt. Why don't he have a red shirt? Some of them will have like a Hello Kitty shirt, or some of them will have like a Punisher logo, or some of them will have like a red shirt, or some of them will have like red shoes, or a red hat, or a camo shirt with the red hat, or a camo hat with the red shirt, or whatever. They'll have one of the things. But then sometimes they won't have one of the things, and I'm like, what about that guy? he'll just be dressed regular and just be like, what's up with that guy? Why doesn't he have one of the things? I don't know. I don't get it. I think this dumpster rolling around or whatever is probably synchronizing. I'm not sure. But usually when I hear things like that, that's a sign. But I don't really know right now. I don't know what it's synced with. The guy that I was talking about walking is walking back the other way now. Is he gonna walk by me synced again? Anyway, it's not raining or storming anymore right now, but it's about to later again, I think, and then there's gonna be sync thunder again. The guy walking seems to be synced with white trucks driving behind him. I think he synced when he walked by me. All these cars are driving out synced to each other. I think he synced with them. I don't know. Did he sync with them? There's a white car driving in front of the intersection as a blue car drives through it, and then it syncs with the red car when it gets to the other corner. The white car syncs with the red car after it syncs with the blue car. And there's thunder at the same time that it synced with the blue car. And there's a bunch of other cars synced right now, and there's birds chirping synced, and a bunch of stalker shit happening outside my window. That's a stock tardation report. I got my catnip tea. I'm just sipping on it, trying to stay calm. No, I'm just chilling lately though. But they've been going crazy though. They're so desperate to try to make me go crazy. That thunder is as a white SUV is turning into the parking lot, and it was syncing with a bird flying by too, and there's somebody walking up and a bunch of cars synced with the white SUV. And there's parking in the parking lot. There's this other car. There's a bunch of other stalkers driving by. There's this one driving right by me right now. And I think this truck door opened at the same time that it drove by me and shit. Ta-da! I see a bunch of black and silver cars right now that are synced. Here's a siren. Is it synced? I don't know when it started exactly, but I bet it was synced. It's gonna drive by me synced. Maybe he's not driving by me, I guess. But he switched his siren sound up when all these cars met each other at the intersection. Synced. Like it goes from woo to woo. They'll switch it up, sync DJ siren, and then he'll honk the horn sync. It's DJ siren. DJ siren. There's somebody with a red shirt and a white SUV that's just sitting with their door. Oh, they're opening it now and getting out as somebody else. I think I saw a bunch of things happen when they got out of the car. With a red shirt out of white SUV. If you don't know, watch all my other videos for context. That's the sync culture, is the white SUVs and the red shirts. Don't ask me why. That's just the sync culture. I don't fucking know why. I guess because red is like a bowl, like you're like waving a cape at a bowl. The red cape is with the red shirts and the red hats and shit is. It's all a bunch of MK Ultra mind manipulation tactics and terrorist tactics. There's a bunch of cars driving around terroristically right now in the parking lot and on the street with them. And a white truck. I think he was parked and then he took off and parked in another space synced. I don't know if he just got here, if he was parked or whatever. It's just so many stalkers. I'm just like, did he just get here or was he already there? I don't know. Can't keep track of them all. I'm pretty sure he was just sitting there and he just drove from one parking space to another synced with a burst of cars driving out behind him at the same time. Then he's getting out of his truck as another car is taking off right next to me. I think he was like pointing up in my window maybe. I'm not sure about that. The whitey truck guy. Why doesn't he have a red shirt or a camo shirt? What's his shirt say? Where'd he go? Is he locking his truck again? People just be locking their cars over and over and over and over out here. He only did it 3 times, but people just be hitting it over and over and over. Does that make sense? Like, does that make sense for you to just hit your lock button over and over and over and over? Like, does it lock the car any more than it already is, or what? I think the guy that got out of the whitey truck, he was smoking a cigarette and he put it out synced with cars getting to the intersection, and then he looked up at my window as he went into the building, and then this truck drove out synced as he went in, I think. That's like turning around right now. And then when it drives away, something sync's gonna happen. What happened? And then there's black and silver cars sinking as there's thunder in the sky. God's gang stalking me, I guess. I don't know. Do you hear the honk? I think it's seen. Honk. There's birds chirping and there's a truck. When I walk up to my window, and there's a bunch of other stocktards. There's somebody walking up to a white SUV, and there's these engine sounds as they open the door, and a bunch of cars driving out synced as they open the door. I think it was this truck that's driving by me that was making the engine sound. And he's always synced, and he's turning synced in the parking lot with another car turning into the parking lot behind him. And he's gonna park synced. Spoiler alert, he's gonna park synced. He stops in front of the intersection and drives forward again as the car is driving through it. And it was also right when my Keurig starts to pour the tea. Guess it was synced with it. Ta-da! He could have parked the truck by now. He's just wasting his life to sync with my tea pouring and other cars driving out right now as he parks it finally. And then there's a dim headlight car on the street. And then he's like getting something out of the truck as the tea is pouring and the dim headlighter is driving outside at that moment. He's getting something out of the back of the truck. The thunder is synced right now, and I walk back up to my window, and there's Whitey's, and the guy is walking back out to his truck now, and he's getting something out of it synced with the Whitey's, and synced up, and he's in a Whitey truck too. There's another guy that's unloading the truck with him, and he's walking out to the truck, unloading it synced, and then there's a white SUV driving out synced, and there's red, there's red and blue cars on the street synced with each other. And I think another blue car met the blue car at the intersection. There's a frequency in my ear right now. Someone's shooting a do at me. A lot of terroristic activities happening non-stop. But I don't just be sitting here looking out my window and stuff when I make videos like this. Like, I don't know what else has been out there stalking me today. I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, it's like whether, like, I just saw this lightning way in the distance right now. I think it's synced. Like whether it's like close by or in the distance, it'll be synced usually. Unless it's like a lot of lightning, like constant lightning, then but pretty much any other time other than that, when it's like constant flashing like that, it's synced lightning. Like every time I see lightning, pretty much. Synced up out here, bro. There's people sinking right now. A bunch of them. Why are they sinking? This thunder is right as this car drives in front of the intersection. But there wasn't another car driving through it though. I think it was synced with it driving in front of the intersection. And then I saw a bunch of other cars synced right after it. So I just wanted to narrate some syncs as they happen. I thought there was a siren going off too. That's why I started the live, but I don't know if there actually was or if I was hearing shit. There's been a lot of sirens lately though. This guy on his bike just rode in front of the intersection as a car drove through it. He's just like slowly rolling on a bicycle, smoking a cigarette. That dude looks gangsta. As he works for the CIA to stalk me like a stalkerd. Someone got in a car as a loud car starting. I think it's that whitey truck starting again. And there's a bunch of other same things happening when they got in the car. I think they got back out of the car now and they're walking back. The whitey truck's taking off again. The one that's always synced every day when I see it. He's driving in front of the intersection synced. The car's driving through it. And then he's going to drive out of the parking lot synced. There's red and blue cars synced as he's exiting the parking lot. That's the MK Ultra color coordinated sync. And then there's an MK Ultron sync tard. In the sync mobile rolling up right now. Like a RoboCop sync tard. Agent Smith. Pull up, hop out, sync. Da-da! Ha-ha! Cars syncing with each other now. There's a bird flying in front of the sync. whitey driving synced, and there's a tan car behind him synced, and there's a bug flying on my window synced, and there's a bunch of cars that are synced. Lift SUV and it's synced as fuck with other white SUVs. Just drives across the other side and I'm like, oh, he's gonna sink. And then he sinks with a bunch of white SUVs or big white SUVs. And now there's someone that parked in front of my car and they're getting out of here. They're gonna sink, I think. They probably opened the door sink, but I missed the sink. Like, how retarded is that, bro? That there's always sinks that I'm missing. Like, I just have to repeat this because it's just so retarded to me. But there's always sinks that I'm missing constantly all day. And I'm supposed to see them, right? Like, I'll miss a million, like I won't see them, or I just literally won't be, I'll be ignoring them. Or even if I'm not ignoring them. Even if I'm trying to see all of the sinks, I can't see them all. Like, there's just so many of them. I'm like, oh, that guy synced right there, didn't he? I missed it. Fuck. And then he's sinking a billion times, and I'm like, yep, he synced there, didn't he? Yep, but I missed it. But he's sinking a billion times after that, for sure. So they're just sitting there with the car door open, and they're just standing there talking to somebody in the car or some shit. But the car door probably open synced and I missed it. Let's see, they're gonna close synced, and then they're gonna walk out with a red shirt. There's a bird flying in front of a white SUV as it's parking. Oh, we got out of the car now. The person that got out of the white SUV, she's got a purple shirt, and the person from the white SUV has a pink shirt. Is that like a color thing, I think? They like walked by each other synced. She like walked out of the car and then walked back as the other one walked by her. And then the thunder is synced, I think, and a bunch of cars are synced as the pink shirt lady walks out of sight out of her white SUV syncmobile. And then she's gonna walk back into sight synced it again in a minute if I keep looking out my window. And then she's gonna get back in it synced, and then she's gonna pull off sync. I get it, guys. You're the sync. I get it. You're synced as fuck. They just have to rub it in, though. Constantly. Like, I get it, dude. You're synced as fuck. The purple shirt lady walked away, but I don't know what she synced with. Did she sync it? I think she might have synced it with these cars, but I'm not sure if she did or not. That's just how retarded it is out here. Like, what did she sync with? Like, And then they never give me $1 million and I guess it right, too. Like, what type of game show is this, man? What the fuck? This thunder is synced right now, right? Send me $1 million in my Cash App. You got $1 million to spend on gas driving cars around me all day. Send some of my Cash App. It's like the CIA says I'm a terrorist, but then they don't give me any funding. What the fuck up with that? There's this white truck parking synced with someone else getting out of a car and a bunch of other syncmobiles, and then my refrigerator clicked sync. Did you hear it? A minute ago, it clicked synced. The guy is getting out of the whitey truck as the pink shirt lady is coming back and walking by the other lady simultaneous in front of the whitey truck, or behind it as they open the whitey truck doors and get out of it. And then this guy from my apartment building is walking by me at the same time, I think, and he's got camo shorts on. And then he's walking in front of his car as the purple shirt lady is closing the door on it again. The plot thickens. What's the purple shirt and the pink shirt gonna do next in the camo pants guy? Are they gonna have an affair with each other next, synced? What's gonna happen next? The crisis actor, Truman Show. There goes the camo shorts guy. He's gonna sync again in a minute. There's a car parking synced with a burst of people walking out behind it. The camo shorts guy is walking behind the purple shirt lady's car as it starts to back up and take off. And then he's walking behind the pink shirt white SUV as it takes off. And then he's getting in his car. And it's a white car. And he's opening his door as the whitey drives out of sight. The pink shirt whitey. And then he gets back out of his car and closes his door as a child on a bike rides in front of his car, and then he's walking back again. Oh, he's getting in another car, and he's opening the door as a van is driving in front of it. He's closing the door as the van drives in front of it again, forward. And ta-da! And there's so many syncs happening right now. It's crazy. A bunch of syncmobiles, and then the guy is getting back out of the car synced again, and then he's gonna get back in the other white car synced again. He's opening the... Wait, did he open... He's opening the door as the car drives behind his car. I think it had one tail light too. And there's a bunch of other syncs happening. Ta-da! That's the special stalkerd Olympics. It just goes on infinitely. I could show you right now, but I'm not gonna dox myself. But the white car is taking off synced, and then he stops backing up synced with other cars, and then he's driving through the parking lot now, and then he's gonna sync when he drives out of it, and he's gonna stop in the middle of it right now and sync with the cars on the street. Probably the thunder too. This guy's getting out of a truck as the whitey drives out of the parking lot. And how long has he been sitting there in his truck? Or like, when did he get in the truck? And did he get in it synced and what? Like, I missed it. I don't know. Where did he come from? Has he just been sitting there the whole time? I don't know. He's synced as fuck right now as he's leaving the parking lot. And all the other cars are synced as fuck with each other. And who's not synced out here? So far, it looks like nobody. Since I started recording this video. The Thunder is synced with a car taking off. And a bunch of other cars synced at the same time. And then the red car is getting to the edge of the parking lot. He's like driving behind the building. And like these two white SUVs are both driving out the opposite way at the same time. And a bunch of other stock cars driving by, a bunch of white SUVs driving by right now. A bunch of white SUVs driving in a row up the street, that's normal, right? So you see a bunch of white SUVs just that's normal, right? People walking up with their children synced right now. I just know they're gonna sync. Yep, they're unlocking their red car as a blue car is driving by it. Yep. She's syncing with her children, getting in the car, getting into it as a white SUV driving behind it. And then when they take off, a bunch of red and blue cars are gonna drive out or something. Starting synced with the blue car, just like I said. Started synced with a blue car driving by. Well, I see a bunch of other stalkers. I see someone with a red shirt walking out and shit, and a bunch of red and blue cars synced with each other and shit. The red car is still just sitting there in the parking lot, though. These engine sounds are synced, and these cars are synced. The red car is still just sitting there, and then when a blue car drives by, it's gonna drive off, right? Or a red car, or a white car. Or like this white car was just driving behind it right now. I'm like, is it gonna take off with that? What's it gonna take off with? It's still just sitting there. Oh, now it's taking off. I think it was synced to this red car driving through the intersection. And then it's stopped, and then it's syncing with a blue and a red car driving through the intersection behind it. It just like drives up, and then it stops in the parking lot, and it's like right in front of the intersection. Like in between the intersection and me, and then it turns right as a red and blue car drive through the intersection behind it and drives out of the parking lot. And then it's driving up to the intersection right now and nothing happened. But there's this engine sound right after that. Oh, there's a car driving by me. Is he synced? He looks synced with a one light car driving through the intersection as he drives in front of the intersection. And then he's turning synced in the parking lot with a bunch of other cars that I think they're all black and silver, and he's a silver car. And the one light, black and silver, MK Ultron sync show. And then here comes the next sequence. I think I just saw a bunch of sink tards. I don't know. I see someone with a red shirt that walked out synced a minute ago, and they're walking back now, and I think they got out of the car synced, but they didn't walk out of sight synced. Why didn't they walk out of sight synced? Just leaving on cliffhangers, man. Is this car starting a stalker? I bet. Anyway, I see red cars syncing with each other right now. And the car in the parking lot is red and is taking off synced with the red cars on the street.